What's up, everybody? It's Dobby, your Brevard real estate expert for everything real estate here in Brevard County. I am here today at Catamaran Cove in Rockledge, Florida. This is one of Space Coast's newest communities that is huge news and great news for Rockledge itself. We have not seen huge new construction here in Rockledge in a pretty long time at this scale and this finish and in this pricing. So today, I'm going to talk all about the community, the amenities, what's available, what's not, and go through a model home just so you can see everything that you'd want to see if Catamaran is for you. So with this video, on top of showing you Catamaran Cove as a neighborhood itself and the model homes available here, I'm also going to jump into my truck, drive around the neighborhood, show you more about what it looks like in its current state. And at the end, stay tuned because I'm going to go over my professional and truthful opinion of what I love about it, what I don't love about it, and what I buy in this neighborhood, and give you my honest and professional advice on what to do if you're considering Catamaran Cove as a whole. We are here at the beach model home at Catamaran Cove, the townhome. It is the top tier floor plan. It is gonna be a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, around 1,900 square foot with a 2-car garage. You can envision a 2-car garage, but right now it's their office space. But without further ado, let's go check it out. So this townhome and the townhomes here at Catamaran Cove, they are all 2-story, of course, but to break your hearts a little bit, no bedrooms are on the bottom floor. They're all on the 2nd floor. So this one being a 4-bedroom and 2.5 bathroom, your 4 bedrooms are all upstairs. It is a little bit of a split floor plan. You have the primary all the way to the right. You have a bedroom, which most often to an office. And then the other 2 bedrooms are going to be on the other side. We have a full bath here, laundry room here, and 2 other bedrooms here. So if you're somebody who struggles going upstairs or have old dogs that don't like going upstairs, you know, and depend on a primary downstairs, this could be a deal breaker for you. But if you're somebody who doesn't care, or, you know, young couple, young family that doesn't mind at all that everything's upstairs in one place, then these are perfect for you. So what's missing in the laundry room here? It's the washer and dryer. The reason why a lot of these new constructions don't have washer or dryers or even fridges is because they understand people have their preferences. People bring their stuff over anyway sometimes. So most of these townhomes and the single family will not come with a washer, dryer, or refrigerator unless you, specifically during the design process, use one of their packages to supply those 2 or 3 items. So understand that's another expense that may come along with purchasing one of these. Another thing to note is this is the model home. They're gonna do it up with the staging, do it up with some of the updates like countertops, floors, but what's gonna be standard is more tile floor like this, more monotone color, more neutral color, with also carpet being a neutral item also. And then you'll see in some of the areas like the 1st floor and this laundry room, there'll be LVP. That's usually an upgrade depending on your design options as a whole. So one of the points I do want to mention about some of the backyards with these townhomes, a lot of these townhomes will actually back up to Lake Margot, which is an awesome, awesome view, big water view. But one thing I've noticed, and they are going to work on this, is the type of bugs that exist outside. They're not mosquitoes, they don't bite you or anything, they're just annoying. They're all over the screen, they're kind of all over the land and stuff. It's not a huge deal. I believe they're gonna have a lot more water movement in the lake and a lot more pest control over time. But just a small note, they're pretty annoying. So here I'm out back in the backyard of the beach corner lot. One thing you may not love is the fence restriction. The HOA does cover lawn care of all the townhomes specifically. That means they have to have access to your backyard. Neighbors are allowed to have interior fences, but you cannot have a back fence added to the property because that's the access they will always have to be able to get into to the areas through lawn care. So you can't have a full fenced yard. You can only have your interior panels, those lot lines, and not the back. So that might not be a deal breaker for some, but it may be a deal breaker for others to consider. So that is the beach. That is a wrap up of the top townhome floor plan here at Catamaran. A lot of these are going to be your corner units, and that's what deems you to have a 2-car garage. So 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, around 1,900 square foot, and then a 2-car garage. Your first floor is the entertaining floor, all your general space, dining, kitchen, living, and the half bath downstairs. And upstairs, all your bedrooms, laundry, closets, things like that. So wait a second for my true pro and con list and my opinion of appreciation and value of this townhome. I'm not going to fluff it up. I'm going to keep it pretty real with you guys. I'm going to give you the beauty and also not so much beauty in it. I'm going to give my true opinion of the area and this community as a whole, specifically for the townhomes. So I want to dive into just some of the facts of the community. As you saw through the model home, of course, that's all fun, beautiful, amazing. But let's dive into some of the facts of the neighborhood so you know where we stand, at least today while this video is being recorded. So we're about 25 to 35% sold in the community, and there are a mix of townhomes and single-family homes. There are around 180 to 200 single-family homes and around 200 townhomes. Those are completely separate products with completely different and separate amenities slash benefits, pros and cons. And that's something we could definitely dive into later on if that's something you're into. But given that, the townhomes do only have 3 floor plans total. The single family homes actually have 11 total floor plans. There are 2 series to follow. We have a signature series and a traditional series. The traditional series will be your larger home sites slash lots. That's where we have 6 different floor plans. And we also have a lot more options and design availability for those homes. And that's where most of your waterfront available lots will be. And the lots will be anywhere from the 50-foot by 120-foot lots and bigger. The Signature Series has 5 different floor plans. They're a little bit more fixed. There's still some design options for sure, but not as extensive as the traditional series. We have 5 floor plans total, and with those, you are gonna be more on the back line of the neighborhood that backs up to the St. John's, and also a few lots across from that, but there are not any waterfront available lots for the Signature Series. With those 2 different series, again, you'll have exclusively a whole row of homes that will be the traditional series and a whole row of homes that will be the Signature Series. We can't mix and match and put a traditional series home near a signature home or a signature near a traditional. Don't overcomplicate it too much. I just want to give you a little idea of what there is to go on. Your traditional series will start in the low 5s and will easily get up to the mid to high 6s. You'll see when we drive around here in a second, there are a few amenities with the community. We have a community playground, community mail area for all mailboxes. We have a community pool, a community dog park, and a little bit of a walking trail near and around the community. Plus, we have a gated community here, so the front does have a gate that will open and close once the community is done. Right now, the HOA is paid monthly for the single-family homes. They do have a separate HOA fee than the townhomes. For the townhomes, it will be a higher HOA because a lot of the exterior things will be covered by that HOA fee, versus single-family homes, the HOA fee is only around $60 to $75 a month so far. So that's just a little snapshot of the community. Of course, we could find out way more online together or come to the community and check it out and get key details as things are happening. Trust me, new communities, they build in phases, and this information is always subject to change, for the better sometimes and for the worse sometimes. There are a lot of incentives, a lot of different deals that go on at all different times. There is always a current incentive on the townhomes and the single family homes, but that again will change as month and phases go on. So for now, let's hop in the truck, check out the whole community from our point of view, and give you more of my opinion overall of the community. I'll see you there. Here we are in Rockledge at Catamaran Cove. This is the entrance turning into the actual neighborhood. You do have an apartment complex as you enter to the far right, but they're not very near the homes or any access. This gate will be powered and be a gate that you're able to access with a fob and such. And then as you enter, your townhome model homes are to your right. You'll see the beach and the surf and the palm. Parking lot to the right will house anybody wanting to see these. And as we go right and left, you'll see the rest of the townhomes. All of these townhomes are complete versus as we keep going the whole way down, you'll see more and more locations where more will get built. To the right, we're going to see a playground area. So the playground area is majority done. We got some cool little areas for the kiddos to play, or adults, we don't judge. And then the lake has a little bit of a seating area and gazebo spot. And then we have the community mailboxes all covered via roof. And that's where you'll access your general mail and sometimes some packages. You will still get Amazon deliveries and things all sent to your house itself, but you will have the mailbox area. Now, as we continue onward, we'll see the rest of the row of townhomes right and left side. Shockingly and surprisingly, when we're building a big structure like this, they opt into wood, not block first floors. Usually townhomes or two-story homes, you're popularly seeing poured concrete the first floor with block and the second floor being wood. They did full wood, which apparently insurance is totally okay with, and there's no issues with hurricanes or wind resistance or wind speeds and all that fun stuff. And as we keep going, the townhomes basically end at this first turn to our right. There is a mix of the townhomes. Like I mentioned, there's only 3 floor plans, and usually the outside units are your best floor plans, the beach ones, and your inside units are the mix between the palm and surf. As I turn right, you'll start seeing we're going to jump into single family homes, but I'll speed forward to the amenities here in a second. So as we approach the end of the neighborhood, this is the back right of the neighborhood, you'll start approaching and seeing this is where the community pool will be. The community pool is estimated to be done and functional by end of summer 2026. We do have a huge parking lot that'll probably fit around 10 to 12 cars, and the whole end of the cul-de-sac feel / parking options here. It is a huge pool. Has a bathroom, of course, covered bathrooms, gated all around. Just super easy, nice, secluded, peaceful. A lot of pavered area to show off the space / having a lot of chairs and places for families to really enjoy those hot days, times with the kids. Enjoy this beautiful Florida sun. It is hot out today. My truck's saying 107 degrees, so that pool will be super nice to be in right now. So as I turn around and go toward the other street here, Masthead, never really understood how to pronounce that correctly. But this is where the majority of these signature series of the single family homes are being built. And they all back up to like a really nice preserve, St. John's Preserve. So there'll never be anything behind you guys there. The one thing that might be actually a benefit of some of the townhomes up front in the neighborhood, but at the same time, probably going to deal with the same thing as what you deal with the single family homes, is the consistent and constant construction. Right now, they're about 25 to 30% sold in this neighborhood. Given this stuff, you'll see right here, we got porta potties, we got dumpsters, we got cars on the side of the road, we got vans, we got big delivery trucks, we got people. You got it all to where, yes, to be honest, you're going to live through this for another year and a half, maybe even 2 years as they wrap up. Yes, it'll be clean after. Yes, they'll repave the streets so they're perfectly nice and even and leveled. And you won't deal with that stuff anymore. But it's something to consider dealing with temporarily. Whether you're trying to have more people over or just trying to live in peace. Outside, it might be a little bit tough. But inside your home, the single family homes all have impact windows. And they all have well-insulated areas to where inside the home you won't hear anything like construction. But the townhomes, the remaining of them, actually do not get impact windows. They're going to have double pane windows with shutters. You might hear a little more than you expect with the construction. And as we wrap up and we get back to the turn, I want to show off the dog part. So the dog part is the same size as a home lot, a little bit bigger than a home lot itself. It's fully fenced in. It's a pretty nice addition to a family neighborhood like this. And on top of that, what's something to consider though is most dog parks I've been to, they have a small dog area and a large dog area. This has neither, it's just one big fenced in area, but is a cool addition to the neighborhood. It's maintained by the neighborhood. So nice little addition as an amenity for Catamaran Cove. So past the dog park, there'll be other single family homes and townhomes. And then to the opposite side of the dog park, there'll be the remaining townhomes. So again, it's mainly secluded where your townhomes are on kind of one side of the neighborhood and all your single families are on the other side. It's very close, split down the middle. We'll have around 200 townhomes and a little bit over 180, if not more, single family homes. So that's where the townhomes are. I'm gonna jump back into my final thoughts, my opinion overall, the pros and cons of the neighborhood, my true opinion of the market here in Rockledge, the market in this neighborhood, what appreciation and values could or should look like, a professional opinion. So stick around in just a minute and we'll really dive into those thoughts. So we made it to the end of the video. Time for that real talk, real opinion, truth out of me. This isn't scripted, this isn't AI, this is me. Been in real estate in this area for a very long time. I've seen new communities come and go. So I want to give you my honest opinion of what I feel like Catamaran has to offer for the good and maybe not so much for the good. So first things first, I want to go over like the pricing, the idea of what the introductory pricing is for you, what the payment could or should be, and why that's favorable right now in this really fun market of super high rates and super high prices. So with the incentive of around 50 to 75,000, they jump around a little bit for the townhomes, but I think around 75,000 is the incentive as I speak right now at this time. That combined with the pricing of the high threes, but mainly low $400,000 range, mid $400,000 range, you can hover in the $2,500 to $2,800 a month payment. That includes principal, interest, tax, insurance, PMI if you're doing FHA or low down payment conventional, and then HOA of $200 a month. What I like about the pricing, it's still a brand new product. You still get a pretty good monthly payment for today's market, and you still get a new product, and you can't really replace that. But for the idea of townhomes in Rockledge to be that much, it's a little tough. It's a little tough to justify, but long term, we don't have new products here in Rockledge as much. We also have new products right down the road in Viera, but those are high fours, low fives to start with. And anything resale, it might not be what you want versus a new construction, you'll love it for what it is. On top of that, our market here in the Space Coast, we do have a lot of condos. And some things a lot of people aren't considering is condos are going through a huge change right now and are on a little bit of a steep decline in values. Not for bad reason, just for reasons that finally caught up to condos. Given that, a lot of people are fire selling their condos and wanting still to have something they can move into and not take care of for the most part and enjoy. So townhomes are kind of like the next thing up in a condo buyer's market. So for the demand to come in, it makes sense. So for values to hold, it makes sense. Plus Brevard has done really great in the last 5 to 6 years ever since COVID, with the explosion of appreciation combined with the constant boost in our economy with private money coming in, public money coming in. Really, this area is not going anywhere anytime soon. So having something here, that's why our values have done so well. Even as the market has plateaued with rates plateauing, our market has also stayed really healthy. In some areas is still appreciated, in some areas just stayed plateaued. So for the townhomes, I'm not fully against the pricing or the idea of these, but I won't really have a great reason for there to be a great appreciation coming anytime soon. Right down the road, a quarter mile away, half a mile away, there are other townhomes. They're in the 2s and 3s. They're older and they're not gonna be as nice, but they're still 2s and 3s. So you tell me what you think about that. So number 2, the construction, the feel, the finishes, things like that. I've been experienced both in real estate buying and selling, but I've also done renovations to properties. I know what the inside should feel like. I know what good finishing looks like versus not. I know what good construction feels like versus not. One gripe I have about the construction right now, I'm not too concerned about the first floors being concrete. It's not the best thing. I would like it to be poured concrete because then you hear a lot less and you're more well insulated and you're just that much more protected. But one thing I do not like is there was a transition point with Ashton Woods doing the rest of these townhomes and working with a different budget that they decided the windows are not to be impact, they're double pane windows. So with the windows being double pane and not impact, in my opinion, that's just such a small detail that we can just bump up the budget and get impact windows and everyone would be happy. They're insulated, they sound much better from the outside in, inside out, and they're impact rated versus not. So I'm a little bit like not happy about that. On top of that, the finishes, they're very standard. You got like level 4 drywall, not level 5, which I don't expect. You got normal paints, you got normal trims. They're not the 5 1/4 inch trim. They're not the huge, nice 3-inch door trim, things like that. They're standard finishes. You're not going to get anything crazy. You do have nice kitchen cabinets, soft close, good floors, good tile, but again, they're very standard. So for a very standard townhome and with all right finishes, again, that just kind of begs the question, like, is the value worth it? It's a little tough, you know? They're still nice. They're still great. It's a new product. In my opinion, a lot of the finishes are better than a lot of the other corporate budget builders out there. I will say I'm more impressed by how clean these model homes are / the construction zones are, construction phases are. As I walk through the property before drywall, after drywall, things like that, they're clean, they're done well, they have their shit together from the looks and feels of it. The communication's amazing, but the finishes are nothing crazy. They're nice, they're nicer than most new construction, but there's nothing super upgraded from the get-go in these townhomes. But they are nice. So number 3, the neighborhood itself, the area itself, the appreciation and value over time itself, it's still a great location. In my opinion, you're in the middle of it all, Central County, you're right here in Rockledge, you're a second away from I-95, major interstate to go anywhere you want. You're seconds away from Vieira, which has a lot more bang for your buck for like food, entertainment, things to do, shopping, whatever. To know that you can be in Vieira without the Vieira price tag, super nice. You go that way, half mile, quarter mile, you're gonna start paying more HOA, more of a CDD. There's no CDD here. There's only a neighborhood HOA, not a master HOA for like the city of Rockledge. And on top of that, you get the benefit of everything. You get the school zones, you get to do what you want. You're right there. On top of that, down the road, either way, Vieira or in Rockledge still, you'll get Publix, you'll get local shopping like Aldi and stuff. You'll get anything you really want, either out of budget or not out of budget. And you're still super close to everything. You're 20, 25 minutes away from the beaches, depending on the beach. 30-ish minutes, maybe 40, depending on traffic, away from major employers in the Cape or North Merritt Island. About 20 minutes away from Melbourne from those employers. So location-wise, in my opinion, you're still in a great location for day-to-day life, and you're within a reasonable commute to the other places if that's where you're gonna work. The community itself, it's clean, it's quiet, it's simple, it's beautiful. Like, yes, it's not mature yet because it's new, but 5-10 years down the road, we'll have bigger trees, more mature landscaping, things like that. But right now it still feels and looks beautiful comparative to other neighborhoods I've seen. You're not super close to your neighbors on the single family homes comparative to some other neighborhoods, and you're kind of getting what you pay for, in my opinion. Now, my hope and my appreciation and the value of this neighborhood is a little more faith in the single family than in the townhomes. But the townhomes, you still got the benefit of the neighborhood. You still got the benefit of all the amenities. And for $200 a month, you don't have to worry about your landscaping. You don't have to worry about your roof. A lot of the exterior stuff's covered. So in my opinion, the neighborhood and the townhomes, they're still a safe investment. They're not the best investment where we're gonna have huge appreciation, in my opinion, like I said, but will you hold value? Will you appreciate your neighborhood? Will you like where you live? I believe 100% you will. So that is the townhomes overall here at Catamaran Cove. That's my opinion on the whole idea of it. Again, I got plenty more videos on my YouTube talking about the area, talking about this neighborhood, talking about single family homes, the model homes, and so much more about real estate here in the Space Coast. So if you need anything, buy, sell, rent, invest in this area of Brevard and Space Coast, anywhere, I'd love to help out, whether it's new construction or resale. I'm amazing at it all. I'm confident at all of it. Whatever you need, I'm here for it all. So please call, text, email me anytime. Look at the link in the description. You can book a call with me or meeting anytime. Talk to me anytime. All information you ever need is in there, and check out the rest of YouTube for any other videos about the Space Coast. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.